Democracy is not an absolute idea. It's a work in progress. It's never finished. It will never be complete. I hope that when Roma grows up, politics is not something that is done by very few members of society, but actually part of our daily lives. Today we read the newspaper every day, or we try to get informed about the state of affairs, but in her time, I think that it won't be a one-way thing, I think in a one-way direction, but rather be something that she doesn't only get the chance to get informed, but also to participate. She'll probably be a digital nomad. She should embrace the whole planet as her home. And we should create institutions that enable that kind of life for all of us in this great place we have in the solar system. So that can be done by making these transnational, borderless, permissionless networks the default setting of our political and financial configuration, rather than the ancient institutions of the past. Ultimately, what we should do is to build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. With democracy, what we want is to get the best possible decision with the greatest amount of legitimacy. That's the nirvana of democracy, and I think that with digital technology we can achieve that. There are specific tactics that I'm pursuing, like the idea of liquid democracy, which is a way of saying direct democracy combined with representative democracy. Vote directly on the issues you care about, or delegate your voting power not to a politician or someone you see on TV, but actually to a friend, a colleague, someone you already know and is part of your life, and you simply want to trust him or her on the judgment on certain kinds of decisions. Liquid democracy can help increase the amount of participation in the decisions being made, but also increase the shared understanding of the decisions being debated, and hopefully also get the most knowledgeable voices to have the best possible impact. Structuring that social graph and at the same time guaranteeing that that political information stays private, it's yours, so it's not subject to being used by third parties that want to exploit it, is a very challenging technical and political development. But the fascinating thing about the internet is that when you work on open source projects and you are pushing your code and publishing it out there, suddenly you find whoever is passionate about this topic will find you, and you will find him or her. We should be willing to actually believe that the long term of humanity begins now. It does not begin like in oh no, that's from the future, it will happen in the 25th century. No. Whatever happens in the 25th century gets started now. And I think that we need to acknowledge that we have the means for achieving this already in our pockets, and we are using it every day. It's just a matter of the right software with the right cryptography and the right network effects for this thing to take off.